Got any other questions? Jay, so I don't know. Oh, you're doing it for ethical reasons. Okay, that's all right. But, remember that we've been eating meat and animals for hundreds of thousands of years. And from what I've read from Weston A. Price and other books that I've read, that if you stay away from meat for too long, this can affect your musculoskeletal system as well as your hormonal system. So you've got to be careful of that. If you're going to abstain from meat for too long. I've had hundreds of calls from vegetarians in pain and having problems with their systems, and I would normally say, if you're willing to go back to eating meat, then I can help you. But if you're not willing to eat meat, then really it's going to be quite hard for me to help you unless you're willing to increase your fat intake of butter, ghee, lard, and just really good fats, because when you're on a vegetarian diet, you're getting enough carbs, but you're not getting enough fat. And if you're on a vegetarian diet and you're genetically a protein type, a meat type eater, but you're going against your genetics, this will cause a problem. So I use a system called the metabolic typing system, which enables me to figure out what type you are, whether you're a carb type, a mixed type, or a protein type. I'm a protein type, and if I go on a vegetarian diet for longer than a couple of months, I start to feel very rough. I don't feel as strong. I don't feel as energetic. But it's an individual thing. Thank you for the person that's watching. Please subscribe. This video should be about business skills and business opportunities and what I've done for the last 20 years to still be in business as a Chek practitioner or personal trainer in London. But somebody's asked me about vegetarianism, so I'm answering that question. If you've got a question that you'd like me to answer, then please flash the question up and I will answer it to my best ability. So it can be to do with business, it can be to do with shamanism, it can be to do with healing, it can be to do with diet, it could be to do with exercise. As you see, I've got over 1,400 videos on exercise, diet, lifestyle, movement, thinking and breathing. So test me with your questions and I'll do my utmost to answer them. And I'll be live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. There should be a lot more people on that because I've advertised that much more. I've got my days confused. So I didn't eat enough meat yesterday, maybe. That's a joke. Okay. And I'm drinking ginger tea. Very nice. So any more questions? No? Jay, got any questions? So with vegetarianism, it's up to you. It can cause lots of imbalances. Very good for cleansing, very good for well, really yes, but saying that, when I was a vegetarian for about 6 months, I was using olive oil, coconut oil, and I found that to be really, really good. But I found that if I did have meat fat, I would feel much, 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 much better. And it would curb my hunger for much, much longer. But using olive oil and coconut oil can give you the same effect. But you need to find what's right for you and for your body type, you know. And when you know what your body type is and eating according to your metabolic type, if you're a carbohydrate type, you would have 50% carbs, as in vegetables, and 50% meat and 30% fat. And when you get that ratio right, your energy will be really good. You'll get leaner if you want to get leaner, and your brain will function much better because the body always wants to stay in homeostasis. So when you come out of homeostasis, this is when the problems happen. This is when people start to get back pain. This is when people gain a lot of weight if they're not in homeostasis. So if you watch my older videos, you'll see that I'm a lot heavier, and I was eating more carbs than protein because I had some really bad news. So I was sort of like medicating myself with food to try and get over the feelings that kept coming up, so to speak. So just because I'm a trainer for 20 years doesn't mean that I don't have my own things that I need to address and look at. And I've addressed it all now, and I'm down to 13, just under 13 stone from 16 stone, so I've lost about 3 stone. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm still lifting really heavy and hard. Any other questions? Anything about business? Are you trainers, or are you just wanting to know more about diet or exercise? I believe that when you're on a vegetarian diet as well, it helps you to connect more deeper to your spirit. No, you need to get a clinical test done to find out what exactly the type is. So there's 12 genetic types, but there's 3 main ones. And if you're in a carb type stage, you're not as healthy as what you could be if you're a protein type. Remember, all of us genetically come from Africa. So what I've seen in clients over the years is that they'll be eating like a carbohydrate type, but they need to be a protein type. So when they eat too many carbs, they gain a lot of body fat, and they don't look as good compared to when they increase their protein intake. And you'll find that when you eat more protein and more fats, you'll crave less food. You won't need to eat so much. But when you're on a carbohydrate diet and you're a fast oxidizing protein type like myself, then I eat a lot more carbs in which to feel filled up and always constantly hungry. But when you find out what type you are, whether you're a mixed type or carb type or protein type, you'll find you'll be less hungry, you'll eat less food. So carbohydrate types tend to not have breakfast in the morning. Protein types have to have breakfast in the morning. And if they miss breakfast, they just don't feel right. So that's me. If I don't have breakfast in the morning, I get a bit moody, a bit ratty, a bit annoyed. Whereas if I have a great breakfast, really big breakfast in the morning, that will keep me going right through to 11 o'clock. Then I'll have another meal. Then I'll have my next meal, say, at 3 o'clock. And that seems to work. And if you look at your circadian rhythms of sleep as well, if your circadian rhythms are out, that'll affect your sleep and the way your body stores body fat as well. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up. If there's anyone else watching, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Press that subscribe button and the bell icon, because I upload videos very, very regularly. I think I've done one every day this week. And if there's any subjects you want me to cover, then please comment down below and I will cover any subjects that you want me to cover. Any other questions? Because then I'm going to turn off. And then the big session will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. If you want to come to that. So have you got any more questions? Okay, thank you very much for listening to me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the live podcast, and we covered a bit of vegetarianism. I will do another video that goes a bit more in depth on vegetarianism and what I think and what you can do in which to make yourself feel more full and help with your brain blood barrier balance. So thanks very much for listening. Hope you've enjoyed this. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Thank you. Bye-bye.